you a dairy producer? Or do you grow grapes, nuts, fruits, or vegetables? We have it all with American Vineyard, Pacific Nut Producer, California Fresh Fruit, California Dairy, and Vegetable West magazines. Subscribe for free now at malcolmmedia.com to stay current on the freshest news in your industry.
Hi, I'm Matthew Malcolm with American Vineyard Magazine, reporting to you from the 2015 Wine Industry Financial Symposium in Napa, California. In addition to hearing several presentations from industry professionals on improving their bottom line, winemakers also got to hear from Peter Molnar, who gave an update on the devastating wildfires in Lake County, how they've impacted more than just a few vineyards, but thousands of residents.
Lake County is in a state of shock. Nothing can prepare you for the speed and the scope and the brutality of the Valley Fire. I drove into it right after harvest last Saturday. I'll tell you a few notes about that. But first, our sympathy goes out to the people in the path of the fire. People lost homes, animals, and in 3 cases, their lives. Our thanks goes out to the thousands of firemen and first responders who saved many lives and kept the fire from being much worse. To give you an idea of how fast that fire moved, imagine you're sitting at home watching a game in Salina, and the fire gets out of control like a campfire up at our Stevenson Park at 1:30. By 5 or 6, you are running from your house, that far away. It was terrifying, I'm sure, for anybody who's caught in that. Let me tell you a little about the status. 76,000 acres have been burned, mainly in the southern part of the county and into snow and Napa. At its peak, 4,800 firefighters fought the fire. As of this morning, 3,900 are still there, trying to contain it. It is now 75% contained. 4 firefighters were injured, some critically. As of yesterday, 1,910 structures were lost, including 12,038 single-family homes. It is now the 3rd most destructive fire in California history. Fortunately, large sections of Middletown and Cobb were saved and will continue to be centers for these renewed communities. As to wine, not the most critical thing during such a devastating event, but as we are in the wine industry, we want to tell you what has gone on. Of the 8,700 bearing acres in the county, we estimate that 80% of vineyards have not been directly affected by the fire. 90% of the wineries are up and running. Harvest started back up on Wednesday, and we are on track to being a high-quality vintage. Regarding smoke, the same winds that fanned that fire also cleared much of the intense smoke to the southeast and away from most of the vineyards. And as of Monday afternoon, the skies were largely clear, almost miraculously. Growers and wineries have conducted widespread food sampling, and there have been no reported levels of elevated glycol and formyl glycol. I want to talk about the response of the county, which has been, frankly, very heartening. We are an experienced and resilient agricultural community. Many growers have farmed in the area for generations. Newcomers are largely from neighboring North Coast counties with professional management and workforces. The community quickly grasped that we shouldn't follow a natural disaster but an economic one. As of Monday morning, the Winery Commission and the Winery Alliance was working closely with the county government, the sheriff, to allow access for workers and managers into the evacuated areas to irrigate and to continue harvest. Also on Monday, the growers got together and took the first step to create a fund to support those affected by the fire. By Thursday, with the support of Congressman Thompson, we'd established the Lake County Rising Fire Relief Fund with nonprofit status and a dedicated bank account. The Congressman helped announce the launch of the fund on Friday. The Lake County Rising Relief Fund is a partnership between the Winery Commission, the Winery Alliance, and the Lake County Wine Alliance. Our aim is to support long-term rebuilding of the communities near Cobb Mountain, Middletown, and Hidden Valley. We know there have been a lot of organizations that have helped with evacuee support, but we're going to go for the longer term because we are neighbors, and we know it's going to take months and years for these communities. These are tight-knit communities, and we believe we'll be able to identify and specific long-term needs and the best partners to put the monies to work. We are reaching out to learn from similar efforts. For example, we were yesterday on a call with the Napa Community Fund that shared its lessons from the Napa Strong response to the earthquake last year. The support from the industry has been quick and substantial. The Napa Valley Vintners contributed $250,000 for evacuee relief efforts in Calistoga. Gallo has committed $100,000. Constellation and Kendall Jackson have announced matching employee donations. Sonoma Supervisor James Gore has rallied Sonoma growers and vintners. As for the Lake County Rising Fund, I'm pleased to announce our first major commitment. Beckstoffer Vineyards has pledged $50,000 as of yesterday. As you may know, the Beckstoffer family has developed some 1,300 acres over the past 20 years in the Red Hills of Lake County. We are also pleased to note in the past 48 hours we have received many $10, $20, and $30 donations from people with Hispanic surnames. We are heartened that our farm workers and winery employees, the backbone of our industry, are stepping up to support the community. We are proud to be your North Coast neighbors and partners. Many of you in this room own vineyards and facilities in Lake County. There are nearly 250 wineries that source fruit from our 8,600 acres and vineyards. We are grateful for the outpouring of support to the victims of the Valley Fire, and we look forward to working with all of you in the North Coast to rebuild and renew these communities. Thank you.
Thank you, Peter. Although trials like this can be difficult for some, it's great to see the impact it has in softening the hearts of many good people and the generosity that they have. Gain a full report of these events in American Vineyard Magazine. I'm Matthew Malcolm, CaliforniaAgNet.com.